a team called about you, but we're not trading you. Like, you're good. You're untouchable. Like, did you hear that verbatim?
No, not really.
All right, so I'm telling you.
No, now.
You get to break that news.
That's why he's smiling.
See, this is, I mean, I want that moniker, right? You are untouchable as a player.
Reed Sheppard was on the ESPN set discussing a lot of things, but what came up was how the Rockets see him. He wasn't in the Kevin Durant trade discussions. Maybe the Suns asked for him, but the Rockets said he was off limits. He along with Amen Thompson, are probably their top two young assets. Tarisin is right there with them, at least maybe a close third behind Reed Sheppard. But Reed Sheppard wasn't going to be traded, at least not for Kevin Durant. Here's Shams Charania, maybe Malika Andrews as well, talking to Reed Sheppard about how highly the Rockets hold him.
This offseason, teams inquire with the Rockets, ask about you. The Suns, I was told, asked about you. You were made untouchable in those conversations. So what do you feel when you hear that? What kind of motivation does it give you? How do you feel just about where you stand right now?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. For me, this is my first year dealing with all the offseason, the trades. So it's kind of crazy seeing all of it go down. But like you said, hearing some of that stuff is pretty cool. It gives me a lot of confidence just going into the gym, continue to work on everything I've been working on this summer, just getting better and just really looking forward to the season and trying to help as much play as I can.
Is that something like the GM tells you, like, hey, listen, like a team called about you, but we're not trading you. Like, you're good. You're untouchable. Like, did you hear that verbatim?
No, not really.
All right, so I'm telling you.
No, now.
You get to break that news.
That's why he's smiling.
See, this is, I mean, I want that moniker, right? You are untouchable as a player.
There's a joke about Dave McMenamin I would make, but I won't. If you know, you know. All right, so Reed Sheppard, untouchable in the Kevin Durant trade. Reed Sheppard probably untouchable when it comes to other players. I don't think he is untouchable, period. That might only be for Amen Thompson as far as Rockets assets. But I'm sure it's good to know for Reed that he has a level of stability. Now he's just got to go out there and reward the Rockets' faith. It kind of starts with Summer League. Look, we know, at least last year, he was too good for Summer League. We will see if that remains the case and if that can translate to the season, because lack of guard depth means Reed Sheppard has a real chance. So all I'm looking for is if they're going to give him on-ball reps and be the point guard, let's see that. I know he can come off a screen and knock down a mid-range jumper, but can he facilitate? Can he organize an offense? I am interested to see what the Rockets' plan for him is in the summer league. I know he can shoot. I know if you give him an open look, he can make it. But do they lean into the point guard stuff, or do they want him to be more combo guard or lead guard and still look for his offense on a consistent basis? Or is it a chance for him to just be a pass first guy when the moments dictate it, so he can let him know, I got this in my bag too?
I would like to see some scoring in summer league, because you have to remember when he got sent to the G League early last season, just immediately it was 40 points a game in the G League. And I do need to see a little bit of, maybe not 40 points a game, but I need to see the scoring output against what is essentially G League competition. Probably a little bit worse than G League competition. Maybe a little bit better. Kind of depends on which summer league team you're playing, whether they have a lot of rookies that are on the team that will be in the NBA soon. But I think that you need to see a little bit of this scoring from Reed Sheppard. I agree with you in the regular season. His role is probably going to be a little bit more facilitation and just running the offense on a second unit. But here, like, dude, you need to kill these guys. Like, you kind of need to.
I don't know. I just know
dominate the game.
I won't think less of him if he's having bad shooting nights. Just sometimes that's the nature of the game. I feel like I know.
The shooting is not like a skill that we're like, let's see how the shooting works out.
Yeah, it's because is shooting maybe shooting was the reason he didn't get on the floor more last year, because they needed that aspect from him. If he wasn't going to give it to him, his inability to really hold it defensively, they couldn't have both of those things going on. You're not going too small currently to hold it defensively, and you're not going to knock down shots. Come sit with us unless Fred is hurt and we start you in a random game. But if we're talking about what he can bring to the roster, that really doesn't really exist unless you just want to lean it's heavy into Aaron Holiday backup guard minutes, is for 15 to 20 minutes that maybe Fred's not on the floor, or at least Fred doesn't always have to be the primary ball handler. Can Reed Sheppard handle some of those responsibilities and not just be a guy who is a black hole? And once he gets the ball, he's going to get a ball screen and rise up and fire.
I was talking about in the summer league. He needs
no, even
to
still,
get buckets.
I know what you're saying, but I know he can get buckets in the summer league. I don't like if he does it. Cool. It's great for the social media stuff. It's great for the highlight packages. It's great for the clips. And if I ran the Rockets social media account, I would love for Reed Sheppard to get up.
Reed Sheppard Muse right here.
Yeah. Okay. If that is your account, credit to you. You're going to need Reed Sheppard to get up shots and knock them down. But for what this team needs from him, yeah, he's going to have to knock down shots in the regular season. But I do want to see if there's some added things to his skill set. And also, is he a guy who, if he is tasked with guarding bigger guys in the summer league, is that not going to be a concern? Look, obviously, the level of competition will rise, and the bigger guys in the NBA will be everyday NBA players, not these guys trying to make it in the summer league. But I know he can shoot. I believe that's a skill set that's not going to leave him. The other things, it's more fun if he scores. Yes, I'm going to acknowledge that.
And there's a little bit of I forgot who pointed this out. It might have been Reed Sheppard who pointed it out, but that he basically had never, because he wasn't like some, no doubt about it, like obviously going to be a one and done NBA, like future NBA player while he was in high school, and even when he committed to Kentucky, like he thought he was going to be at Kentucky for a few years, that he never was like the guy on a team that just takes every shot. Like he never had the, like, the high school version. He didn't play as the high school version of James Harden growing up. Sure. Like he wasn't the guy who's just like, we will win the state title just because I shoot every time down the court. And so when he got to Kentucky, that was like hard for him to look around and be like, oh, I actually need to like scale. I'm actually one of the better players on this team. This team needs me to score. And same thing when he went to the G League. It was like hey, dude, you're actually going to have to put up shots in the G League. You are the best player on this court. So that's more of like, I want to see a little bit of aggression and a little bit of like, hey, I will just hunt shots a little bit if the shot is there. Because he's going to need to do that because he's going to be the best shooter on the team.
On the summer league team, or the
well, I guess other than Durant on the NBA team.
I was like, hold on, I do think they acquired a Hall of Famer, but to your point, yes. As far as guys who were there last year, yeah, he remains, at least reputationally, their best shooter who's returning, and now second behind Durant. So yes, if he's going to gain a spot in their rotation, he's going to have to knock down shots. But I guess depending on the combinations, how often will they be leaning on him to do that? If Kevin Durant's on the floor with him quite a bit, if Amen Thompson, who will take some on-ball reps, is on the floor, Reed Sheppard could play off ball, and then that's when you would expect some shots to go up from him, because Amen, as good as he is sometimes when they spread the floor and allow him to go one-on-one, the shot needs work. We'll see what he looks like when he comes back for his third season now.